What is up, party people? Give me a few moments to get my life together. My computer was having some issues. It's loading very slowly, so let me know if everything looks okay, / seems okay, etc., etc. Okay, sorry, I also just was uncomfortable. All right. Stop it. Okay. That can leave. Trash. Settings. Hi, people. Okay, glad you can see in here. It just to open Streamlabs, it was spinning for a while. And then to go live, it was spinning for a while. And I was like, okay. There we go. Move this tab, open up Nearpod. My throat kind of hurts. Probably just because I was aggressively eating and not really chewing, for being honest. I don't know what to call it. I call it Christmas white trash, but it's a sweet Chex Mix that I make that is so fucking dangerous. It's so good. And I was literally just shoveling it into my mouth, and I think that's why my throat hurts, because it didn't hurt at all at any other point today. There we go. That's what I want. You're really seeing the sausage get made, like I say. Okay. Bada bing. Bada boom. All right. We're here. Let me scooch y'all back over. There we go. Perfect. Why are you not locked? Let me lock you. There we go. Gotta miss stream this week, but I'm at an anti-fascism protest. That feels so much more productive than anything we're gonna do here. Muddy Buddies, similar. Mine is allergen friendly, no peanut butter. So I'll tell you what it is. It's so good. I saw it on TikTok and then modified it into this. I use the plain Chex cereal, Cheerios, Golden Grams. If you cannot find Golden Grams, Teddy Grams will work. Teddy Grams are also a much cuter way to do it. They are more expensive. So what was it? Chex, the plain rice Chex cereal, the light one, not the darker wheat Chex, the white bleached flour. This is really not RFK friendly. So those Chex, Cheerios, Golden Grams or Teddy Grams or both, pretzels. I'm missing something. No, I'm not missing something. Yeah, mix those together. Some people put nuts in it. Some people put raisins in it. Some people put more types of cereal in it. You can do whatever. Mix those together in a bowl, nice and gorgeous. Then you are going to melt one of two things, preferably white almond bark. It's that white candy coating. They're very often out of it at my grocery store. So what will work, and is also delicious, no one has ever complained, most people have never even noticed when I switch them out, white chocolate chips. If you want to use dark chocolate chips, you can. I like to do white chocolate chips because, for Valentine's Day, I added some red food coloring and I made it pink. I just feel the dark chocolate chips, they end up spreading unevenly and it just looks kind of chaotic. But the white chocolate, you don't really notice it because it's white on white. So good. And then mix it together, pour the white chocolate over it. Mix it together, lay it out on a baking sheet. It'll harden. After it hardens, break it apart, and then I throw in M&Ms. Some people put the M&Ms before. I don't feel like M&Ms need to be coated in white chocolate, and I kind of like when you can see the color of the M&Ms. So the Valentine's Day one, I got the pink and red M&Ms. Christmas time when I make this, I get the red and green ones. I'll make a video about it. I don't have it written down. Because I saw a video where someone has a different version. I made theirs, I liked it, and then I modified it in multiple ways to have what I have. Can I just clip this for the recipe? Yes, and I would love it if you all clip things and send them to me. You don't have to. If you just want to relax and watch it, I'm not asking you to, but if you like doing clips, please do that. Thanks. Saturn Cat, thank you for subscribing for 10 months, and someone said their kid deleted the YouTube, or deleted the Twitch app. I heard white chocolate and M&Ms and I'm in. No, it's so fucking good. I'm gonna make some, because I made it for Valentine's Day. I have extra ingredients. I have extra of all the cereals and stuff. So I'm going to make it again, but I'm going to make it green for St. Patrick's Day, and I'm going to give it to the Planet Fitness employees. I've just decided to create this beef with the manager of Planet Fitness, and it's like I have too much time on my hands for the fact that I'm creating a beef with the manager of Planet Fitness. But I just want to do something nice for the employees, not for him, for the employees, because they're so nice and so sweet, and I just hate their manager so fucking much, and I know that they probably hate their manager too, because he's annoying and contradicts himself every 2 seconds. Whose car is beeping? Thanks. And so I'm going to make it and be like, to the Planet Fitness employees. I'm sure he'll eat some of it, but I just feel like they deserve it for dealing with him. I can't go anywhere else. This is what everyone's failing to understand. Planet Fitness is a 2-minute drive from my home. The closest other gym is a 16-minute drive and cost 4 times as much. So, like, what am I to do? Riddle me that. Riddle me that. And Planet Fitness is doing that by design to exploit us. So, like, I consider all of my Planet Fitness interactions journalism. So I'm doing it to spread awareness of how terrible this company is, and because it is the most convenient and cheapest option for me to do strength training. And my lower back simply hurts and I need to be stronger. So it is what it is. Like, ultimately, at the end of the day, I got to do what's best for me. And what's best for me is doing strength training. And the most affordable place for that to happen is Planet Fitness. So I'm literally in there like 4 days a week. And I'm like, hi. Like, literally, I swear to God, when the manager sees me, you can see like a shiver go down his spine. And I don't even mean to be fucking with him. Like, I'm not even trying to be a dick to him. I just have questions, and he just looks so panicked every time I have a question, and he'll give me a non-answer, and then I'm like, that doesn't make sense. And then he looks so much more panicked, and that's just our dynamic. And literally, I come in, and he's like, you can tell he's scared I'm gonna ask something again. I feel bad, but also I kind of don't. Walk outside. I run every day. I literally need to be doing lifted weight strength training. I was running and walking. I still have lower back issues. Like, I hate to be on this soapbox right now, but like, everyone should be doing strength training purely for longevity health reasons. Like, you know how some old people fall and they like break everything in their body? That is a lot of times can be improved if you are doing lifelong strength training and mobility and things like that. So like, it's so much better for my body to, and especially as women, if you're a woman in your 20s, this is the most critical time for you to be developing bone density. Strength training is incredible for bone density. When you are 30, it's much harder for you to develop bone density. So this is like a very critical time to do that. So like, no offense, but we should all be doing strength training. Like, I'm very big on movement is medicine, and like, things in your body that creak and hurt. Obviously, sometimes they're injuries, and I'm not a fucking doctor, so like, don't take that. This is like anti-medicine, but I think like doing functional mobility and like targeted stretching and strength and stuff like that, like, that is the key. And unfortunately for me, the place that's happening is Planet Fitness. I have a feeling the manager will eat it only to spite their employees. I'm not going to give it if the manager's at the desk. Like, I'll make it. Oh, another great thing about this treat, it doesn't need to go in the oven or be refrigerated. So it's a perfect gift. Like, perfect to give to, like, teachers, neighbors, whatever. So if he's at the front desk, I'm waiting till one of the employees that's awesome is there. I've been exercising regularly for about 2 months. I'm starting to feel noticeably different and better. No, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so we need to focus because we actually have a lot to talk about tonight. Oh my God, you can send messages finally. Welcome. So we are talking about Monica Darnell Garcia Fowler. Duh. So who is this woman? Let me actually do a poll before I say who is this woman. Tonight's going to be a ride. You're going to really enjoy tonight. Do you know who this is? Yes, I know a lot. And I've seen her. No. Okay. I've given you a poll. I want to see where we are. As always, regardless if you have no idea or you know everything, you will have a good time. But I just like to know where the audience is. Oh my God, a lot of you have no idea who this is. Perfect. I don't know, but I'm interested. Wishing I was in Miami tonight, but this is the next best thing. So true. My boyfriend and I just broke up. I need this Real Housewives of Salt Lake City stream so bad. Noodles gal, I am sending you all the positive vibes and love. And also, I have a feeling this is probably a good thing long term. So like wallow in it and be the craziest version of yourself. Monica is the perfect person to watch because nothing you do is as crazy as her. So this will be perfect. And like you're on to a brighter future. Just know that. I forget I'm watching in real time and I can answer the polls. I love the journey we're about to embark on tonight. Okay, so 77% of you do not know who this is. 13%, yeah, yes, I know a lot. And 10%, I've seen her. Loving the ratio we have tonight. So who is this woman? How did I find out who this person is? So Monica Garcia, born June 1st, 1983, is known best for appearing as a cast member on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City on season 4. Just season 4. We've done so many Real Housewives of Salt Lake City streams. I love it. So how did we meet Monica? This is the trailer for season 4. Let me do another poll here. Did you watch my Jen Shaw stream? Yes. No. Don't know her. No, but I know her. Okay. So, Jen Shaw is a critical person in The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Jen Shaw was just removed from the show for reasons we will get into tonight. Okay, the vast majority of you were here for my Jen Shaw stream. I love this community. Like, can I just say, do you know how incredibly #blessed I am to have a group of people that are locked in on the random ass things that I've decided to care about and then I can just talk to you about them and you're just down? That's incredible. Like, how many people in human history have experienced that? Like, I'm basically like a king. Like, the way that kings were like, I care about this now, and then everyone had to care about that. Like, that's, wow. Kings should be grateful, because this is awesome as fuck. I do not like when people illegally pass each other in the roundabout by my house. Like, I'm sorry if it makes me a Karen. I don't like that. Don't do that. Yes, Jen Shaw is the one that went to jail, and most of you watched this. Okay, so after season 3, Jen Shaw is bye-bye. So season 4, everyone was like, how the fuck is this show gonna go? Because that was a big deal. To have a founding cast member literally go to prison, that's a big deal. So everyone was like anticipating season 4 of like, where does this show go from here? That one of the biggest personalities on the show had this crazy thing happen. Like, how? Like, what happens from here? Like, truly unparalleled in Housewives history. So this is the trailer for season 4 where they have a new cast member, Monica. Enough that you got the vibe of Monica, like, in the trailer. New cast member. She has a normal person house, which is unusual for the Housewives. Please note, Range Rover and no garage. You do you. She's a mom. She has 4 daughters. She's a very like stay-at-home mom, single mom vibes. Unclear how you're a stay-at-home mom and a single mom, but you do you, girl. You do you, girl. Her carport, like, and I want to be clear. I am not shading a carport. In my last house that I lived in, I didn't even have a carport. I was just parking. There was nothing. And I have a garage now. I'm very blessed in that regard. That was really important to me when we were choosing to move into this house. So, like, no shade on the carport, but Range Rovers are so expensive. This also might just be a me thing. I don't give a fuck about cars. Like, it gets me from point A to point B as long as it's safe and reliable and has enough space and cup holders and I can play my music. I'm good. So the thought of putting money into a car instead of a house makes no sense to me. Because just how I don't give a fuck about a car, I give all the fucks about a house. Because I'm really a homebody and, like, I need my house to be, like, comfortable and good for me. So, like, this just makes no sense to me. But again, like, you do you. So the grandmother, mother, daughter, and daughter's 4 daughters, this is chic. This is chic. And something you need to know about me and Monica, I love her in a lot of ways and hate her in a lot of ways. So it seems like I'm really inconsistent with her. That's how I feel. So like very much her vibe that we get introduced to. She's this young, she's spunky, she's fun, she's with her mom, she's a single mom, like girl vibes. So she was born in 1983. She married a man named Mike Fowler in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Mormon Church, in 2009. She got married when she was 26, which is really normal, but for Mormonism, a little bit old. They have 3 children together, Jaden, West, and Kendall. Monica's oldest daughter, Bree, was from a previous relationship, which they never really got into on the show. Like, I found that out from this. Garcia filed for divorce in December 2013. So that clip from the show was filmed like 2022, or filmed 2023, came out 2024. So she had been had filed for divorce over 10 years before going on the show. Interesting, considering some of her children were very small. So she filed for divorce December 2013, citing irreconcilable differences, but then the divorce was dismissed by a judge the following year, and they stayed married. Then in 2023, she filed divorce for a second time after she had an extramarital affair with her brother-in-law, the husband of the husband's sister. So her husband Mike has a sister. The sister is married to some guy. Monica was hooking up with that guy. And that's why she got divorced in 2023. So, yeah. And as a result of this, she was excommunicated from the church. I just realized how much her and Angie look alike. Portuguese, you're Greek. Oh, I do kind of see in their face shape, yeah. So this is kind of like our intro to her. I know, you're on the edge of your seats. Like we are learning so much right away that you're like, she's such an open book. Oh my God. Like, she's really letting us know everything. So this is Mike. This is her estranged husband, ex-husband. No, you can't get divorced, sleeps with her brother-in-law. What about now? No, so the judge can dismiss a divorce. This is what I think happened. I have a family member who was like, not in this situation, but almost in this situation. If you file for divorce and then neither of you make any progress towards getting divorced, the judge can throw out your case. The number of years varies by state. So maybe it's 5 years, maybe it's 2 years. Every state is different. So if you file for divorce, but then you don't start doing any like custody negotiations, you're just living separately, but like neither of you are doing anything, the judge is not just going to have that open case that's making zero progress. So if you are both not taking action, the judge is going to dismiss it because like clearly you don't give a fuck and you're the one that filed it. So like if you don't want to, it's fine. So what most people do is they will go to the judge and be like, we changed our mind, and the judge is like, great, and then that's them rescinding it. Like they're taking back what they filed. But if you're not doing anything and the judge is like, hello, obviously the judge doesn't call you, it's more complicated than that, then the judge can be like, clearly you're doing whatever. So the judge can just say, come back when you're serious, get out. Perfect explanation. Exactly. Because what happened to somebody that I know is like they filed for divorce. They were like living separately and they had like kind of worked things out between them, but not on paper. So it looked like they were doing nothing. And the judge was like, what the fuck? So then they were like, oh shit. They like had a deadline and they had to do a bunch of paperwork really fast, which was just annoying for them. Dismissed for failure to prosecute in criminal cases. It's similar for civil. Exactly. So it's like you're not doing anything. Maybe it was 10 years later that she did, so maybe it was the case. Yeah, who knows? So they started getting divorced, then they didn't, but then they went on to have more kids because in the show, she has a 5-year-old and it's 2023. So that child was born in probably like 2018, maybe 2017, 2018, sometime around then. So like you guys had 2 more kids. So like not one to judge, but it's not really giving divorce to me. So why did they get divorced? About 4 years into my marriage, I found myself into what one might call an entanglement. That resulted in a divorce, then a wedding, because we got divorced but then we got remarried. Now we're getting divorced again. So I don't know if she's saying there were 2 affairs. Like, her marriage is chaotic as hell. Monica filed for, I guess, the original divorce. Like, I don't even fucking know. Citing irreconcilable differences. Then they worked through their issues, and the final decree was added May 2014. They had an order of dismissal, like I said. And then the 2 were going through their second divorce, and that's when she had the affair, I guess. But she's saying 4 years into my marriage, and that doesn't line up with the other documents. There's a lot of things that aren't going to line up. She's really just out here freestyling life. No, for real. This is a very low quality clip of her, but...
Actually, those people were more interesting than these. I can't.
Sorry, it's hard to hear.
My brother-in-law for 18 months.
Like your sister's husband or your husband's brother?
My husband's sister's husband. Brother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cheers to that.
Lisa might allege that I passed New York, but I draw the line at in-laws.
I have to change the game. Like, before she admits that she's like the Pope or is dating the prophet. Like, what if she's sleeping with someone's husband?
Here's something on my list. I like good.
Alright, one more game. We're gonna play warm and fuzzy, cold and prickly.
So that's like, she's open book to the ladies. Like, she is waving it, being like, yep, this is what happened. I got excommunicated. She said that she ended up coming clean about the affair because she felt guilty, and that's why she was excommunicated. She said she was shunned from everything and everyone, even though the brother-in-law... No, Whitney was making a joke. Whitney was like, what's she going to say next? That she's dating the prophet? Like, it was a joke. So Monica reflected that she was shunned from everything and everyone, but her brother-in-law did not receive any punishment from the church or the community. She said, genuinely and truly, one of the worst experiences of my life. So Monica and Mike finalized their divorce October 24th, 2023. Mike then moved to another state. Monica gained sole legal and sole physical custody of their 4 daughters, and Mike was going to have to pay child support, etc., etc., etc. Cheating and she gets alimony. No, literally, like, I don't understand. Also, why is the alimony more than the child support? I've never really understood alimony. Actually, I do, but like, if there's kids, wouldn't it just be child support? Like, I don't know. It's weird to me. So her divorce is finalized like around the time she's filming for the show. And this is some quotes she gave E! News about her marriage and her family. And so again, like, this is all kind of pre-show. When she's on the show, it's like, I'm divorced, I'm a single mom. My ex and I are great co-parents together. He's a wonderful dad and provider, and we just aren't good together, and that's okay. He calls and checks on me. He'll see something in the news, and he'll get defensive and be like, that's not even true. I'm the mother of his children, and we'll always love and respect each other because of that. And she said, even though she was expelled from the church, she's not opposed to her kids embracing the religion. This is a very personal decision. I had religion forced on me growing up as a child and a young adult, and I'm taking a different approach with my children in regards to that, and just supporting their feelings and how they want to do it. If they want to participate and it's important to them, then I support that. If that's something they disagree with or don't align with, then I support that as well. So, like, I really, really liked her when the show came on. This is something that she said way later about her marriage, but it felt weird to put it later, so I just put it here. She did not say this until after the season she was on aired. Like, this came way later. She revealed that apparently her husband, or her marriage to her ex-husband, ended because of domestic violence. She said, the reason for our divorce was because of domestic violence. My ex was arrested a couple times for domestic violence on me in front of our girls and violations of protective orders, the 40-year-old confessed, stating that she wanted fans to understand the current state of her life. But current, she's talking about a divorce that happened years ago, which I'm a little confused about, and then before she said this, she had said really positive things about him, which I know a lot of people do, but I just find it interesting that once you are out of divorce, I don't know, it just was interesting to me, and I'm a little confused. To be honest, I assumed that based on the alimony. That does make sense. The other thing I was going to say is that this does track with the divorce being like thrown out and all of that being very chaotic. Like that really does scream like emotional manipulation and stuff. I tried to look for some like arrest records and things like that, but Utah is not great at defending women in domestic violence, so I didn't see much out there. So I don't know. I felt like the timeline of this was confusing to me, but I do see what she's saying. I don't know how I feel about this. So she said that he was arrested for slapping her across the face in a 2021 incident that occurred in their home. And according to the police report, Fowler attacked her following a heated argument that started when the pair went out for dinner. So all that to say, her marriage was clearly very, very tumultuous. This is not something she spoke about on the show. On the show, she was just like, it didn't work out because I had this affair, but we co-parent. That was her vibe on the show. So because we're going to talk about the show a lot, that's what I wanted to make clear, is that this came out after the show. She may have just said that they weren't compatible because she wasn't ready to reveal this. That's what I thought too. The other thing I thought was interesting is that she was saying like, oh, we co-parent, but he lives so far away. And like, he was never on the show. And a lot of the other women on the show who are divorced, their ex-husbands will be on the show. So just like her whole marriage situation to me, what was presented on the show seemed to be not 100% lining up. And I found lots of other things like this. It does seem like an abusive pattern situation. On average, it takes 8 times to leave. Him facing no repercussions and her losing her entire support system tracks too. I can't imagine co-parenting after all that. Exactly, like co-parenting after domestic violence and an affair with like a extended family member. It's just a lot. And then she put out a statement on Instagram about domestic violence, and that's where that came out. It came out after the show aired. She did not address it on the show at all. Her marriage was not really a topic on the show, other than talking about, oh, I had an affair and got divorced. That was the only thing we really heard about her marriage. So my immediate question is, after all of this, what was your childhood like? Like, this is a lot. Like, we're really not even on to her getting on the show. And it's already a lot going on. So what was your childhood like? She was raised by her mother, and she revealed on the show that when she was 4, her dad abandoned them. She said all that she knew is he was gay, he had a boyfriend, and he moved to Florida, and she had not seen or spoken to him since she was 4 years old. And her mother, or her relationship with her mother, is very strained. You see that on the show. They're very close, but they also have a very volatile relationship. And Monica claims that her mom dropped her off with a family in Pennsylvania at age 12 so her mom could move to New York. And Monica says she has really big abandonment issues because of that, because apparently her mom was just like wanting to do whatever she wanted. There's also another scene, I don't think it's in here, where Monica says like she had to hide in the trunk while her mom went on a date, and then her mom was like making out with a guy in the car while Monica was just in the trunk of the car. So like, she's been through some shit, which is why it made sense to me that the way her marriage was presented on the show didn't really add up. And then it came out later that the timeline of the affair, and then there was also domestic violence. Like it seems that very, very, very much emotional chaos surrounds her, which is also part of why I like her, because I have a lot of empathy for her. Like, to be going through all of this is a lot. So a big plot line of hers on the show is her relationship with her mother and her childhood trauma. Like, that is something that's very much on the show. Like I said, they don't really talk about her husband, ex-husband at all. They talk a lot about her mom and her childhood on the show. So one of the earlier things that happens on the show with her mom is Angie. Angie's another woman on the show. Angie is Greek. Angie is hosting a big Greek Easter party. Angie says, invite everyone, bring your kids, bring your husbands. Because Monica is a single mom, and that's probably hard, she brings her mom to the event with her 4 daughters. Because also, I imagine traveling with 4 children is annoying, even though one of her daughters is a lot older and seems to be very helpful, which we will also get into. There are, as there are in Housewives universe, people get into some arguments at the Greek Easter. What really sets it off, though, is Monica freaks the fuck out because Monica's mom starts like scolding her for being in an argument and kind of taking the other woman's side. And for your mom to be taking another woman's side is just like a lot.
Next time on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City,
Monica came to me like, I'm your friend. I want to tell this rumor to you. She's not.
So Greek Easter is just like the Greek Orthodox traditions for Easter. That's all it is. And I think it might be celebrated the day before or something like that.
your friend. That's the bottom line.
I don't break down and cry very often. And to see your wedding ring in the drawer every day, that hurts me.
I just wanted to start off by welcoming everyone to our Greek Easter lunch.
Your experience growing up in the church totally different than my experience. You can't tell me that you have a different level of
So, like, they're
Mormonism.
fighting at Greek
I
Easter.
wrote a book about being a bad Mormon. I focused on my kid being a good Mormon.
The difference between you and me is I don't hide it. Everyone here is talking behind your back. I'm the only one saying it to your face.
Stop it.
Tell her to stop it.
So she's fighting with Angie and her mom goes, stop it. And you can see it just like really sets her off. Like what her mom did wasn't that bad, but it wasn't good.
Are you serious?
What is happening?
So yeah, her mom takes the side of another woman at Greek Easter, and you did it at my Greek Easter. And you did it at my Greek Easter. Current top contender for Chat of the Night. Great job, Bloomer Banana, as always. So this is unaired footage that apparently when cameras were down or in another room, Monica and her mom got in a huge fucking fight at Greek Easter. So like the fight between the ladies, that was Bravo's version. Apparently this happened behind the scenes.
The only thing that you did was unite those four assholes. That's the only thing that you did. How can you forget that your job is to get on air time, to get into as many scenes as possible? You gotta play nice. I know you don't like her. I know you got beef with her, but you're an actress. You gotta pretend like all is right in the world. It's a job. It's a show. It's a reality show that you worked hard to get on.
You left me completely in the fucking water with these bitches. You took Angie's side. I was not a disaster. I was not an embarrassment.
You were in
I feel Abby Lee Miller's
yelling
presence
and
here.
dropping
So was everyone else. Go yell at Ben. Go yell at Heather. Go yell at Lisa.
This is happening in Angie's basement. And apparently Monica also fell down the stairs at this event and that wasn't aired. Like, this was a fucked up event. Like, if I could go to 2 Bravo Universe parties, Andy Cohen's baby shower and Angie's Greek Easter. That's where I want to go. Actually, I want to make it 3. I want to go to the Bethany Frankel Skinny Girl release party. Any of them.
Yes, they were. You are so gross.
You should
You
not.
are so
You
gross.
shouldn't have run away.
Run away? I was leaving. You were in my face.
shouldn't have run
being
away.
disgusting in front of all those
being
people.
disgusting.
I was being disgusting.
You
Angie
being
started
disgusting.
that shit. Angie started
You
it.
put a kibosh on.
You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're
You
doing.
don't know what you're doing. Okay. You don't know what
Okay,
you're doing.
fine. You came over
And you abandoned me.
I abandoned you. I abandoned you.
Actually, no, I think this might be
Fucking
later.
serious right now?
Judging by the
Last
outfits,
day
I think it
of
is
Are
later.
you fucking
To do this for
serious
you.
right now?
I had to drive home in a shit box.
A shit box?
Oh, right, because after it, Monica took her daughters. So, like, they got in a little fight there. Monica took her daughters and was like, we're leaving, and left her mom at Greek Easter, and her mom had to Uber home, and, like, it was a whole thing. And then the other women are like, you were so disrespectful to your mom. You made her Uber home. You just left her at this party where she didn't know anybody.
You should be grateful they paid for your ride. How about thank you for giving me a free ride home?
Well, thank you. I took the day off from work to do that.
I did say that. And then you
No, you
fucking...
didn't.
Yes, I did.
So Monica's recording this.
Stop.
And this, I think, is like a couple days
You are the
later.
victim right now.
I'm not saying I'm the victim.
You are acting like the victim.
Well, you're
You
yelling.
said,
Don't
you
yell at
said,
me.
I'm in my house.
down.
I'm in my house.
Take it down.
You don't want to be yelled at? Then leave.
down.
I don't have to.
Take it down.
I don't have to.
You
are in
lost
my
sight lost
Yeah,
sight of
she
the
is at her
vision.
house,
You have
obviously.
You lost sight of the job. Oh my God.
You lost sight of the job?
Okay.
Like,
And that's why
I'm not
that's
on
why
either of
Lori
their
said
side.
My shit was the best of everyone that night, and everyone else
What?
dropped the fucking
Because
ball.
you were the hottest mess. That makes you the best.
Yeah.
That's what you
Get
want.
the assignment.
That's what you
Get
want.
the assignments.
You want.
Oh, to
were
be at Scary
disgusting.
Island.
You looked like an awful mother. You didn't even fucking care I fell down the stairs.
No,
All you
I
wanted.
didn't.
Wow. Okay, get out. Get out. Dead ass. Get out of my house. Nana is waiting. She's very upset. Thanks.
And your boobs hanging out was disgusting.
Okay.
So, like, again, I'm on neither of their sides. Neither of their sides. So, this isn't good.
In Palm Springs.
And then they meet up for dinner to discuss. So, the video I just showed you in the middle, that was never aired. That was a TikTok. The first one and the last one, this is what was actually aired. Sorry, the quality's kind of bad and you can't hear it very well. I'm trying my best.
You said that Angie was acting like a crazy person, and as her friend,
We do need therapy.
You were trying to calm her down. You were trying to pull her aside.
I
I was
guess.
just trying to do that for you.
I didn't get in Angie's face and humiliate her like that. You don't know half of it. Nothing. But you instantly took her side. You instantly apologized to her for how I was acting. I don't understand that. I can't comprehend that. That must have skipped a couple generations, because I don't have that in me to apologize to someone I've never met before for my child.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this.
I know you tried crying, you tried yelling. That's usually
I
all
didn't
you
try
do.
crying. Stop that. That was sincere. Don't be disrespectful.
Mom, you're not gonna scold me like I'm a fucking little child.
And you're not going to disrespect me. I'm still your
I'm not
mother.
being disrespectful.
Yes, you
The
are.
only one losing it
Don't
at this
mock
table
my
right now
feelings.
is you.
Don't mock my
Like
feelings.
you did to me.
I don't care. I don't care. I
So volatile.
I know you don't care. That's the action. Go ahead. Hey, did you just call me a
Mother called you a mother.
Like, I'm never on either of their sides. In public.
Look at this pretty dessert.
That's not a dessert, that's guacamole.
Guacamole, whatever, appetizer.
Can I just say, that is like so mother-daughter core to already be fighting and then your mom calls guacamole a dessert. Like that is fucking infuriating and no one can piss you off in that way like your mother. To be like already fighting and then to hold guacamole and say, look at this beautiful dessert. Like, that would have been my final straw. I would have lost my fucking shit at look at this beautiful dessert. I can't tell you why, but I just would have. In front of my guacamole?
Are you going to eat?
I don't feel like it right now.
We have had our issues in the past, but we both have to be willing to be vulnerable with each other.
Like,
When you're ready, we can sit down and figure out, where did this start? Where did this start?
My childhood?
All right, let's start there. You'll excuse me. I thought there has to be some aspirin around here. I thought I put aspirin in my bag.
like, it's not funny, but I have to laugh.
I'm not saying you're a bad mother. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm telling you is Easter at Angie's was reliving my abandonment as a child. I'm telling you, you want to get to the root of this, you're going to have to hear these hard things from me that you don't like to hear.
I didn't abandon you.
Yes, you did.
I did
That's
not
how I
abandon
felt.
you.
I was 12 years old, and it was so easy for you to leave me with those people, and you go off and live your life in New York.
I can only guess what Monica's childhood looked like with no cameras around. To put it simply, it's no wonder Monica gets into so much nonsense as an adult. That is going to be our biggest takeaway. She needs a mood stabilizer, not an aspirin. ¿Por qué no los dos? Let's figure this out. Immediately disengages. No, literally, like it's radiating. So this is Monica talking about her childhood to Heather, which is like a little more coherent. Oh, this is fucked up. Let me get it to where it's supposed to be. Okay, there we go.
I feel like we're in a Hallmark movie.
I know.
They like went skiing.
Thank you so
Yay.
much for calling me. That meant a lot. And I really...
So this is following the fight at Greek Easter. If you notice, this is season 4, episode 8. Same episode as the lunch guacamole with her mom, following the fight. Like, she's in a very vulnerable place right now.
really needed this.
Yesterday was hard because when I saw you leaving with your kids just in your arms and no shoes,
because she fell down the stairs
get it
and
out of
hurt
my
her
mind.
ankle.
Have your mom there but not helping you, you know, it just completely reminded me of the way I feel about my own mom, you know. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. She had 6 kids, 3 boys, 3 girls. She was the ultimate homemaker. She was like smart and creative and fun, and like she taught me like how to be a great mom. We just grew apart once I got divorced. It was really hard for everybody to accept the divorce. It was hard for them to understand how to navigate defending me. It just didn't feel like anybody had my back, you know?
Here's the thing. My mom and I, our relationship is so volatile. I think it dates back my whole childhood. When I turned 12, my mom...
This is so sad.
She decided that she wanted to chase her dream, so she dropped me off with a family in Pennsylvania and went and lived in New York. My dad lost me when I was 4, and then my mom lost me. So I have like major like abandonment issues because of that.
And you were 12?
I feel so bad for her.
Like I started junior high there.
In Pennsylvania?
With these like people. They weren't even family.
Who were they?
They were like friends that my mom and I knew, and they had moved to Pennsylvania, and she called and asked them if like she could leave me there. And so yesterday got so intense because again in that moment I felt so abandoned by her.
It's sad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like,
I mean, I've been there.
I think
Okay, not
you
really
and
though,
I
Heather.
actually have way more in common than I would have ever thought.
Heather's seen some
I
shit,
really
but
am
not
so
that.
grateful, Heather, that you did this with me today, because I wouldn't have even left my bed today, truly. That's not a joke.
You have a village. You're creating a new village, too.
Thank you.
My mom abandoned me in an
You're gonna be
unknown
okay.
place with nothing. I was 12 too. Oh my god, that's so sad. Are you okay? Did she come back? How does that even... That's horrible. I don't know Heather's story, but I immediately thought, Heather, please. Like, Heather was raised in a very repressive Mormon household, but like, that she wasn't abandoned by her parents. And I have read both of her books, one of which we're going to read some of tonight because she talks about Monica. So I literally like highlighted. So I feel I can speak on it. So this is a couple episodes later that Monica's mom confronts Monica at her house. Her right state of mind and left me in the group home we were in. She got the help she needed, and I got to live with my grandmother. I'm glad that she got the help that she needed, and you ended up in a better situation as me. So clearly that's not great. Let's get into a little bit more of her lore, but I think that was very, very, very telling. Imagine one of the roots of all the chaos in your life returning your stolen car to say we need therapy. No, literally. So this is why when Monica does things like film an argument or lash out at people or cheat on her husband, I'm like, like I'd be a villain too, like for real. So career, unclear. She was mainly a stay-at-home mom. I couldn't really find anything about her education. I don't think she went to college. I'm not sure. She did found a company called Brea Baby, which sells baby swaddles and blankets and crib sheets and things like that. She said that she started the company to help struggling mothers, and she was reflecting on her own feelings as a failure as a mother. And she was also an assistant for Jen Shah. Jen Shah. Doesn't the mom live 3 minutes away? I think that's by driving, so it's probably like a mile or so. Like, I don't think it was, like, crazy to make her walk if she lives that close. Especially, like, you tell they had light jackets on. It wasn't, like, snowing or anything. So let's get into what this woman did for Jen Shah. Again, pre-show. So the universe we're talking about now is where Jen Shah is on the show. We don't know she's a criminal. And Monica is acting as her personal assistant. So Jen Shah is a former cast member of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. In 2022, she pleaded guilty to charges related to a nationwide telemarketing fraud scheme that targeted elderly individuals and other vulnerable people. So this is who Monica was working for, and this is kind of why she got on the show. This is a clip of her discussing Jen. So after Jen went to trial and Jen pleaded guilty, they obviously had a huge hole to fill in the show. So they were like, let's get Jen's old assistant on the show. Like, that would be crazy. Is Miss Redacted going to bring up Coach Shah? Absolutely, I am. Absolutely. If you even... What I'm going to tell you about Coach Shah tonight, you guys know I love Coach Shah. I love some Coach Shah.
Thanks for watching.
And I hate Watch What Happens Live, by the way. I would love to be on it. I just hate how they put it in the wrong section on Peacock. Sorry. So yeah, she was Jen Shah's assistant. She was going to be a witness in the case. And now feels like a good time to read Heather Gay's most recent book. This is why I decided to do a stream about Monica. Because when I was suffering and driving, in Indiana, Kentucky, etc., I was listening to the audiobook version of this because I had bought it and I'd been meaning to get to it, but then I was stuck in the car, and obviously you can't read while you drive. And so I got the audiobook too, so I love wasting money. So let's go ahead and get into it. She spends this much of this book talking about her. So I'm going to kind of skim it. This is the book that we're reading. I don't have like a little doc cam or anything like that. So where am I? Monica was obsessed with The Real Housewives. This is her talking about Monica pre-show. But more than The Real Housewives, she seemed to be obsessed with fame. In her 1,200 square foot Rambler in Kaysville, Utah, overflowing with 4 kids and a giant Labrador retriever, no one would fault her for wanting to escape. Going in. I can excuse you for ratting me out, but I will not stand for you stealing my spotlight. No, literally. So... she had fantasies about being famous, being an influencer, being rich. She gushed about it in voice recordings, talking about showing up at her friends' houses with a brand new car with a motherfucking bow on it. These are some quotes. Like, you can see it's like italicized, this little section I'm about to read. And making dinner reservations on the Eiffel fucking Tower. If one of us gets rich first, this is Heather imitating Monica in a voice note that she heard from before Monica was on the show. If one of us gets rich first, no, when one of us gets rich first, whoever gets rich first, okay? Everyone's coming with me. I mean, like, you guys pack your bags, we leave tomorrow to go fucking shopping in Perry, bitches. Okay, that's legit how rich I want to be. And for sure, there's a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 12th kind of rich, honey. 100%, you bet. I find it strange that a mother of 4 is talking this way and not being like, I'd love to be able to pay for my children's college education or like get a house so we can have more space. While she craved the good life, she confessed to friends that her lack of wealth and checkered past would keep her forever being on TV. She was still recovering from the aftermath of her scandalous divorce and was entering a new chapter of her life. She'd been caught sleeping with her brother-in-law, and the entire family discovered the two had been having an affair right underneath their noses for over a year and a half. She'd been excommunicated from the church and ultimately gotten divorced. But she explained through sincere repentance and a lot of hard work, she recommitted herself to the church, got rebaptized, and reconciled with her ex-husband. That was not on the show. I don't know if that's true or if Heather is lying. They remarried and shortly after added 2 new babies to their brood. So they didn't get divorced. They got dismissed. That's what the court filings say. She longed to be like the Mormon mommy influencers she followed on Instagram, and she worked hard at it. She wanted mom talk. It wasn't easy with 4 kids, 2 under 2, and a lifestyle that no matter how she styled it, couldn't keep up with the Joneses. But she was determined and she was crafty and she didn't take no for an answer. It all started on Instagram. Her IG profile was at West Lee May. She described herself as an active member of the LDS Church, a married stay-at-home mom of 4 little girls with dreams of building a cottage industry baby blanket business out of her living room. She dressed modestly and went to church every Sunday. She posted family pics to her now remarried to ex-husband, and she tried to network with every local blogger that would have her. She built relationships that she thought on what she thought they might have in common: flat belly tea, Stanley cups, and Target hauls. I don't think Heather is lying because I don't think her publishers would risk a slander lawsuit. That's kind of what I think too. And like, Heather can be kind of annoying sometimes, but I don't think Heather lies. When the cast of season 1 Real Housewives of Salt Lake City was officially announced, she began networking immediately. She became a customer of my business, Beauty Lab Laser, and booked as many services as she could afford. She talked about reaching out to Whitney Rose's company to inquire about being an ambassador for her newly launched skincare line. Whitney Rose also on the show. She reached out to Lisa Barlow, gushing over Vita Tequila. She messaged Meredith Marks. So like, this totally tracks to me. When Real Housewives of Salt Lake City came out in 2020, I think, Monica was trying to be a mommy influencer, so she hit up all these ladies. No one took her up on any of her offers except for Jen. Jen Shah is a Real Housewife, blah, 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 blah. This is how Monica gets connected with Jen Shah. Wesley May's constant social media presence kept her connected with Jen on Instagram, but she was finding it difficult to meet her in person. Miraculously, Monica suddenly had what happened to appear to be a stroke of luck. In preparation for filming, so this is in preparation for filming season 1, Jen went on Thumbtack, which is like an app, kind of like TaskRabbit, to hire a handyman to build an IKEA closet in her Park City rental house. And she hired Monica's husband at the time, who was a handyman. And he was the perfect choice, the only choice. This was Monica's big break. She finally had an in with Jen Shah. She claimed she had no idea who Jen Shah was when he took the job, but she magically showed up at Jen's house accompanying him on his first day of work. It quickly became clear Monica was planning on staying around. He'll build your closet and I'll be your best friend. If the closet didn't work out, she'd at least get to check out where Jen lived and hopefully make enough of a connection to get a photo for her feed. Joining the entourage wasn't as tough as a gig as Monica imagined. Jen had a nose for exploitable desperation and drama. So Monica is kind of like helping Jen Shah with random things. Angie met her because Angie came over to like do Instagram shit with Jen. Lisa Barlow met her at the airport when they were going to film the season 1 reunion. Jen had forgotten some essential reunion props and Monica dropped off the props at the airport with Lisa, like, thanks, go bring this to Jen. Lisa described her as a curvy, blonde, disheveled mom with her hair in a banana clip that looked like she hadn't showered in days. And she's doing all of this for free for Jen. Like, she is not on payroll. She's not getting a job. Instead, and then she was embarrassed that Jen did not include her on the trip to New York, but she was excited to meet Lisa at the airport. Jen had never considered taking Monica because she had so many kids. Jen felt obligated to help Monica, but not actually employ her. Monica made it clear that she didn't like being treated like an assistant. And by the time she got home from the airport, she says she was licking her wounds and psyching herself back up. And a lot of these messages that Heather got are real. Like, Heather was the investigative reporter about Monica, so, like, I believe these messages are real. Yes, bitch. Yes, yes, motherfucking yes. Fucking Kim Kardashian was an assistant, and look at that bitch now. I can fully admit the whole reason I was an assistant and putting up with that shit was a stepping stone, as a learning experience, only to, like, proceed myself. To Monica, Jen was more than her celebrity crush. She was an easy mark. So Monica would be with Jen all the time. Jen would drink a lot, and Monica would, like, buy things and use Jen's credit card to get things for the house. Like, Monica just liked being in Jen's orbit, and Jen is, like, very loose with her finances. She would get cash handouts when she could, and she'd lean into Jen's sympathies. She would call Jen crying, complaining about her car payment being due. Is there any way you could possibly help? The car dealership had remotely shut off her car because her payments were missed. So Jen would give her money, and then Monica would work it off. So like Jen would buy her stuff or give her money, and then Monica would do favors for Jen. So it was kind of like a barter situation. Jen expressed concern behind Monica's back. She felt bad for her kids and wanted to help. Monica was eager to let her. If she's offering, I'm accepting. She bragged about Jen's money in text messages to friends, oohing and ahhing over her disregard for budgets and her love for designer labels and department store makeup. Her husband, the handyman, was the initial entrance into Jen's world, but now that she felt her place was cemented in Jen's circle, his presence grew to be a liability. He was a witness to how much time Monica spent and how little money she actually got. In his opinion, this wasn't a friendship or a job. It was bullshit and he didn't like it. Monica couldn't have cared less. When he brought it up and complained about their lack of finances, she threatened to divorce his ass again. And the honeymoon phase of their vow renewal and new babies was over. He wasn't making enough money and the pressure from Monica was mounting. She had divorced him once and he had shown up on her doorstep every day until she took him back. She knew he wasn't going anywhere, but if her friendship with Jen panned out the way she planned, she might be. So she encouraged him to take a job selling solar panels in North Carolina in an effort to send money back home. We're better when we're apart, she promised him. And he reluctantly agreed. What do you mean? Like, literally, what do you mean? Literally, figuratively, and mentally, what do you mean? With her husband's watchful eye no longer looming over her, Monica moved things up a notch. Now it was easier for her to slip away and sleep over at Jen's house and be available at a moment's notice. If Jen needed a ride home at 3 a.m, Monica would drop everything to get her and would leave her kids in the care of her oldest. Remember how her oldest daughter is a lot older than the younger ones because she's from a previous relationship. I feel so awkward from hearing this. No, literally. And like I had to listen to it, so you're going to listen to it too. It wasn't a big deal. By then, her daughter had grown accustomed to being the one in charge. She was responsible and wise beyond her years. She woke up early every day, made breakfast for her younger siblings, drove them to school. Monica would sleep in, exhausted by her late night escapades. I think it's kind of crazy that this is Heather's book. And it's like 30 pages. I'm skipping a few paragraphs, but it's like a lot. This is a lot. Her mom later complained on Twitter that this behavior was nothing new. Monica had been tasking her oldest with parenting duties for years, and Twitter was her favorite place to publicly complain about it. But the demands from Jen were slowly increasing. Monica was like pushing harder for money, and Jen was kind of on to her. Now let's get into Coach Shaw. You guys know how I feel about Coach Shaw. So Jen stopped including Monica on Shaw's squad group text and barely responded to her calls or text messages. The sudden silence was deafening and Monica began to spiral. Did Jen need her to drop by today? What's the plan? I'm available. Nothing seemed to work. This added insult to injury. She wasn't getting paid and now she was definitely getting ghosted. Monica was in a tailspin. Where had all the sympathy for her and her family gone? Weren't they friends? How could you do this to me? ? That's a reference. So she was abandoned at 12 and then forces parenting on and abandons her kids. Yeah. So like when her mom was like, we could break the cycle, I think the person that has the best chance of breaking the cycle is Monica's oldest daughter, Bree. That's who I think might break the cycle. So I literally almost threw up when I heard this on the audiobook while I was driving. In a Hail Mary attempt for a handout, Monica reached out to Jen's husband, Sharif. Supposedly, they agreed to meet up in the parking lot of a gas station, and according to Monica, the exchange quickly turned romantic. She claims he tried to kiss her, but she pushed him off, saying, "We can't." Sharif got out of the car and immediately left, but no one believed her. Right? This is literally crazy. I'm glad that y'all are locked in. She was getting desperate and was known for cranking up delusion when cornered. By all accounts, she had been pining for Sharif from the moment she met him, and this is one of her absurd fantasies. Still, she swore that they kissed, but nothing more happened between them that night. She was notoriously full of lies. Heather, how did you get this intel? No, literally. Like, literally, how did she get this? Okay, where was I? With Sharif unable to help her, she was forced to accept that her run with the Shaws was over. Like any good con, you need to know when the gig is up, and she knew it. And I also want to say, I don't hate Heather Gay's style of writing. It's kind of corny, but it's an easy read, and it's an entertaining style of writing. It's very, like, storyteller vibes. I really genuinely enjoyed both of Heather's books. I listened to both the audiobooks. She read them. I thought she did a great job on both of them. You could tell that she put a lot of effort into it and worked well with a ghostwriter, which she has admitted to. And I don't think, like, no tea, no shade, do a ghostwriter. No, Heather does not hold back. Okay, so where was I? Her husband was living across state lines, her baby blanket business was dwindling, and Jen was pulling the plug on their friendship all before filming season 2 even began. So again, this is before Monica is on the show. This is when Jen is on the show. We have no idea who Monica is. Monica was, like, not on the show. She was beside herself with rage, like a knockoff Regina George, realizing she'd eaten high-calorie Caltine bars instead of a diet meal replacement. She was angry, spitting and wailing and gnashing of the teeth angry, and she wasn't going to take it lying down. She began hatching her revenge. She had enough of watching Jen's popularity grow while she was being depleted. By now, Jen's presence on the show and social media had made her a bona fide villain with influence and fame, and she wasn't sharing any of it with Monica. If she wasn't going to have the perks of being famous, then Jen wasn't either. She decided to expose her. She would take Jen Shaw down and make her suffer while she did it. Literally fucking crazy. We will come back to this, but we're going to go back to this. And I will do a poll at the end. Someone remind me to see how you feel about the brief reading. So, season 3 happens. Jen is found out to be doing fraud. Jen goes almost to trial and pleads guilty. And then season 4 comes around and Monica joins the show because she was Jen's former assistant who clearly does not really drive with her anymore. Garcia's relationship with Jen was working with her and being the witness. Throughout the season, she discussed various sensitive aspects of her life, like we talked about. So let's watch some more of her time on the show. That's kind of how she got on, her career, her family, all of that stuff. Kind of that she was like the broke one. I don't mean it mean. And then another major part of the show that happened towards the end of the season, because like I showed you a lot with her mom, that was her main storyline on the show, and she got into it with a couple of other women. Bree's like, oh, we have Louis Vuitton money and not childcare money? No, literally. And I want to speak on Bree, where someone said that Bree is healed. What I think is that Bree is a very, very mature, and Bree has probably had to act as the adult for a lot of her life. And I think that when Bree gets out of this environment is when Bree will realize how much it's affected her, in my opinion, just as an outsider looking in, that I wouldn't be surprised if Bree is just kind of going through the motions and like, this is my life, this is what I do, I take care of my younger sisters, like it is what it is. And it doesn't seem like Bree has a volatile relationship with her mom, but I'm sure that there's stuff there. And Bree said, oh, but I'm watching these kids for free. Bree, yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's a lot. So towards the end of the season, they always do like a cast trip. They go to Bermuda. So she's funny. I liked her on the show.
You have a Kit Kat this morning.
And then, so part of the trip was that it was her birthday. That's why she's wearing like a sash and a crown. And they were going to go meet up with her family because she said that she had been to Bermuda when she was a kid and that she had family there that she hadn't seen since she was a very small child. And then she's supposed to go meet up with her family, and her mom set it up because it's her mom's family. So her mom put her back in touch with this family of hers that she's supposed to meet up with. They're on their little Sprinter van bus about to go meet Monica's family, and then this happens.
Yeah, your sunglasses. It's so good. Yeah, it's so good for allergies.
She just runs out.
What's going on? Wait, what just happened? Monica! 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 Monica, where are you? Monica, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Oh my God, what happened?
My mom made my family not meet me.
I was talking to Lisa, and she literally just shot up and off the car. And I saw Monica go out, and I thought I heard her crying. She's crying,
She was
right?
crying.
Why did she do this to you?
I can't breathe. Literally just a couple hours ago, I was getting ready to see my family, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I get a text that they don't want to see me. And I can't help but think that my mom was somehow involved, because I know that she wanted to be here. I know that she's upset that she's not.
Monica, everything's fine, okay? You're fine.
I was
It
so
does
excited
suck.
to see my family, and I was so excited to go through pictures I'd never seen before and hear stories about my grandma. I feel like if my mom can hurt me, she will.
We're gonna go.
I feel really bad for her.
And I feel so alone. It's like one thing
I'm having
to feel
empathy.
like,
I'm gonna cry.
okay, I have a rocky relationship with my mom. And it's another thing to feel like you have no family.
I'm
at
doubling
all.
down on her mom being a narcissist. Creating a situation and manipulating her when it's her birthday is really telling. Narcissists love to ruin a birthday. Anytime someone ruins a birthday, it like low-key kind of screams narcissism. Unless it's like an accident and a one-time thing, obviously.
Okay, you got it. You got it. Important to Monica on her birthday, and I feel like it has to be the worst feeling ever. I feel bad for her. Like, I don't know much about the
And the
dynamic
birthday
between Monica
sash.
and her mom, but clearly it's way different than I thought.
If you have never cried in your birthday sash over something that's just so hurtful and diabolical, good for you. Good for you. I'm happy for you, truly.
It was. It's gonna be fine. You didn't do anything wrong at all.
Yeah. Oh,
Monica, are you okay? What's going on?
No.
Heather's glasses.
What's wrong? What's wrong, Monica?
Wait, I think my shoe is out there.
Do you need a shoe? You lost a shoe? Okay, wait. We'll find your shoe. What is going on here? Can I say it, Monica? We think her mom called her family and said, don't meet with Monica, so they canceled on her.
Are you serious?
It's so sad.
They canceled? Yeah. So,
I'm sorry.
I know, I'm like, listen, it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
No family. Like, seriously, I have no.
You do.
I don't.
Monica,
Monica, you have those four beautiful
you have your
girls.
4 beautiful girls, and you know what? We are excited to see you.
Just let her have a minute.
You're gonna be okay. I promise.
Like, it really is
Monica, I'm
sad.
sorry she did that to you. I am so sorry.
And like, the other women were very nice to Monica, I feel like. They were very welcoming to her. Like, they got in some arguments, but that's what Real Housewives do. I felt like overall they were very kind, very welcoming.
I feel like I already don't know, like, so much about myself. You know what I mean? And, like, I feel like I'm not wanted, like, anywhere. I'm not wanted at my in-laws, like, my own family. Like, it's just, it's like the shittiest feeling. And to know that my own mother is, like,
This is so hard.
I just...
Mommy issues go so
I
hard.
just feel gross.
Like, it's really sad. So, like, she's been through so much. And then, so, like, let's just sit here for a minute, actually. Let's just sit here for a minute. So we have this new woman on the cast. She is clearly so traumatized. Her childhood has been horrendous. Her marriage has been tumultuous. Like, there's so much happening. I think the other women are being very welcoming to her, like I said. And, like, I was at this point really enjoying her on the show. Like, I thought she was a great addition. I thought she was very relatable to, like, an average viewer. I thought she was really funny. I was excited to see someone on the Salt Lake City one who was not, like, married, 100% Mormon. Like, I liked that she was so transparent and just so herself. And then something happened that changed everything. In the finale of season 4, Heather Gay revealed that Monica was involved with a Instagram gossip account called Reality Von Tease, which was known for posting defamatory and sensitive information about the cast of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Heather learned that Monica was involved with this because Heather's hairdresser, Tanisha, who Heather had worked with for years prior to the show, was friends with Monica. And Tanisha was like, I have to tell you that this is happening and this person's in your life and you're letting them into your life. Like, and they have been doing this shit online about this show for years prior to being on this show. And yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So if you watched the Heather Gay stream, you watched this, but it is art, so we're simply going to watch it again. Okay. Detective Heather.
Are you okay?
Yes, the account. So the account had like 30,000 followers maybe, and specifically posted reality stuff, like reality gossip about Salt Lake City. So it was posting about these women consistently for years. And yes, she is that person. It's all the dots should be. One thing that I didn't show, just because the clip was kind of boring, is before all this happened, and the reason Monica was wearing a sash is they threw her a beautiful birthday brunch. Like, they decorated, it was on the ocean, they got all this amazing food. Like, they threw her a birthday party, and she cried and said it was the first time in her entire life anyone had thrown her a birthday party. So, like, Monica's literally just heartbreaking constantly, and then later the same day, they find this out.
And defend.
All where we left off in Heather's book, which we will pick back up, is where Jen ghosted her. Apparently Sharif kissed her, but who knows. She decided she would take Jen Shah down and expose her. And that's so if you missed that, after that moment, Heather was like, that was weird. And she was like, I'm going to call Tanisha because Tanisha used to be best friends with this woman. And I just want to talk to Tanisha about this. And then Tanisha was like, I have to tell you what's been going on, and told her everything. So literally insane. Worse or more sadistic, did she not even get any monetary benefit? I don't think so. Just based off how Instagram is monetized, like, I have more followers on Instagram than that account did, and I do not get any money from Instagram. It's like if I wanted to do a brand deal with a company to post on Instagram, it's the company. But like, Instagram doesn't monetize in the same way TikTok and YouTube do, where you're like monetized for your post. At least not for me. Maybe they are for other people, but I don't think she was making money off of it. I think she was in it for the love of the game. Before we go back to Heather's book, I do want to show you some of the dinner. I thought it was in that clip for some reason. We're not going to watch this. Is that Angie has no idea what's going on, because Angie was also new to the show, so that's why she wasn't invited to the beach. Like, the beach was just the OGs, so Angie's just like, this is her at Meredith's store when she was Monica Fowler, who was a blonde, who was Jen's assistant, who had met the other women and did not tell them that she had met them before. Story of Monica. Thank you for streaming about her so we could have the full experience. I'm taking a shot before this is crazy. So Monica is trying to get Angie on the takedown with her because apparently Angie had been replying to the Reality Von Teese stories and like laughing and heart emojiing shit. Her for a while, and she's like, I was posting about Jen. So we go back to the source material of Heather's book. So this, where we left off, was she decided to expose Jen. She would take down Jen Shah and make her suffer while she did it. Now we're going to get into the creation of Reality Von Teese. It was in this fit of anger that Reality Von Teese was born. Monica already had the content that she knew she needed. She had been stockpiling hidden videos of Jen for months before Jen cut off all contact. As the helpful friend assistant, she convinced Jen to set up security cameras so Monica had access to the emails, the passwords, everything. Monica would stage fights with Jen in areas where she knew security cameras were, and then she'd screen record it and store it away for the day that she would need it. And she made sure that the camera feeds came to her phone so that when she wasn't there, she could watch and listen to the Shaws around the clock. So once it became clear Jen was done with her, she reached out to other disgruntled former assistants and assembled a team. It was a group of 5 people who shared very little in common other than an enemy. This is like some real villain shit. They kind of ate with the name Reality Von Teese. This is some next level insanity and stalking. Oh, it's about to get worse. It's about to get worse. Like, we are truly in the depths right now. So for Monica, that was enough for now. She was used to having disposable friends, and she needed them to share in this secret culpability so it wouldn't be hers alone. They sat around a table and talked about how they could expose Jen without exposing themselves. Monica took the lead. She decided to leak a video where Jen had been screaming. She knew that they needed to get it seen by the right influencers in order to get traction. Monica began by writing down every Bravo account she could think of on a single sheet of paper. So again, Heather knows this because Tanisha was there for this, and Tanisha told her. This would be the hit list, the bloggers they would tag in every post in order to go viral. They numbered out 78 names, and Monica knew most of them by heart. So this is the Bravo accounts, like Queens of Bravo, the Bravo Docket. Like, there's a bunch of Bravo accounts, I'm sure you all know. At the top of the list for the IG profiles was the entire cast of Salt Lake City. Reality Von Teese was launched. So she launches it by posting videos of Jen Shaw screaming and then tags the entire cast of Salt Lake City. I'm going to find the video. Screaming at assistant. If you watched my Jen Shaw stream, you saw this. But we're not going to watch the whole thing because it's kind of long, but you'll get the picture.
And that's it. And you can stop fucking smiling, bitch, and being a fucking bitch. Because you are. Yeah, you are. And go and handle this shit.
So Monica leaked this.
Not you fucking handle it.
Because she had access to the security footage in this house.
Fucking don't have a fucking attitude with me. I'm fucking going to release this week. Shut the fuck up! Okay. No, you all shut the fuck up! Get the fuck out! I'm tired! Everybody fucking leave. You guys want to fucking think this is funny? Funny? This is my shit!
She talked to the other women as well on camera like this. Yeah. So, like, hardly groundbreaking, but that's the video that they're talking. Well, like, hardly groundbreaking to us because we're in the know, and maybe some of you watch my Jen Shaw stream. But on Instagram, went crazy viral. Reality Von Teese was launched. Her Instagram profile picture was a photo of the masked burlesque dancer, Dita Von Teese, and the bio was Reality Von Teese, your local Real Housewives of Salt Lake City hot tea hoe, for entertainment purposes only. So again, like, this is, while Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is on, Monica is trying to take down Jen. This is before she's on the show. She's making this account. This was not Monica's first burner account. It was reportedly one of many, but it was the first one that she used to drop tea thanks to Jen's celebrity and the security cameras she had set up inside the house. The first video depicted Jen in a velvet floral Versace blazer screaming across a bar top in her kitchen at 2 people off camera. That's what we saw. They referred to this as Chili Bowl night. Shocking. Leaked footage of Jen Shaw abusing her employees. Blah, blah, blah. It blew up, and the rush of attention and audience filled Monica with a purpose and sensation she hadn't experienced before. Was this what it felt like to be famous? She mused with her co-conspirators. Quote from the text, I think I found my calling. The group text chain shows how closely she monitored every single view, like, and comment. OMG, OMG, Zaddy Andy saw my post. Hi, BB, with a screenshot showing that at Bravo Andy viewed her story. That's Andy Cohen's account. She she crowed about the account's success in voice memos and videos detailing every single save, share, and comment. When Bravo influencers viewed her content but failed to repost or share it, she was furious, calling them fucking stank face bitches and threatening to unfollow their accounts if they didn't start to reciprocate. As Reality Von Tease, she felt more like Jen Shah than ever. And this is, again, her husband, her ex-husband has been sent to North Carolina to sell solar panels. She is locked in on this full time while Brie is watching the 3 younger girls. This is her full-time job before she gets on the show. As Reality Von Tease, she felt more like Jen Shah than ever, and she reportedly delighted in giving Jen a taste of her own medicine online. When Reality Von Tease's first video hit the internet, I, like my castmates, was shocked. Not just by what Jen was doing, but by both the cast and the viewing audience had seen behavior like this from Jen before, but by the way the video was filmed and leaked. It felt like an absolute invasion of privacy from someone clearly on the inside, and it was unsettling. Who betrayed her? Filming for season 2 had already begun, and none of us remembered Wesley, May, or Monica at this point, let alone suspected her to be a culprit. Within days of the first post, a cease and desist was sent from Jen's attorney regarding violations of Monica's NDA, specifically citing Reality Von Tease. The reminder that she did this as a parent has me even more disturbed. I forgot about the solar panels. Exactly. Like, you have to remember everything in the context. So Jen sends Monica a cease and desist about Reality Von Tease. Jen knows that Monica is Reality Von Tease during season 2. Season 2. That we just watched was season 4. Okay? This has been brewing. By now, the Shaws had realized Monica was the one who set up their security feed, which meant that even if she wasn't the one actually posting, she was at the very least providing the content. They tried to reset the password, and an alert came through to Monica's phone. She immediately freaked out in the group chat, lamenting that not that she might be caught, but that she would be cut off from the cameras, and more importantly, cut off from her daily fix of watching Jen. Regardless of her bravado, the cease and desist got her attention. She toyed with the idea of shutting the page down, but she didn't want to give it up. They were hot on her trail and knew that her access to the security cameras made her vulnerable. Her friends tried to convince her that she had covered her tracks, but she still wasn't reassured. Okay, I agree with you on a lot of that except for the cameras. That was all me. Like, I'm the one that brought it up. I'm the one that forced it. I'm the one that scheduled it. She never even talked about that. Like, that was literally all me. She wanted to be sure that she couldn't get sued, so she reached out to a friend's uncle who's also an attorney and decided to add allegedly to all the posts. So she's still posting and watching these people's security cameras. And then, emboldened by her increasing followers, she convinced herself that she wasn't doing anything wrong and that none of that shit was illegally obtained. Thank you, next. She told herself that because she was the only one with access to the security footage, that she had the legal rights to it. Because she had it under her email and her phone number with Jen's credit card. But she was like, I have the rights to it because it's my account. The way you set up this stream storyline, Peak Cinema, thank you, because I really went back and forth for a while, and I was kind of rushed doing this. So she thought that she had legal rights to everything they recorded. She referred to them as my cameras and was glued to everything they filmed. She dared anyone to tell her otherwise. People are so fucking stupid. This is a quote. People are so fucking stupid. Where? Why? What do they even need proof? No proof of anything, bitch. I dropped those recordings. What are you going to do about it? People are idiots. Reality Von Tease began posting even more. And then the federal government swooped in and said to Reality Von Tease, hold my beer. And then Jen Shah was arrested. There was a SWAT team, etc., etc. She was money laundering. Monica couldn't believe her luck. And the runway for her trolling opened wide. Obviously, like, if you have a Jen Shah hate account and then Jen Shah gets arrested, that's great for your account. People are going to flock to your account. And yes, she convinced Jen to get the cameras. She was like, you should get security cameras. I'll set it up for you. And then Jen was like, okay. So, like, that's crazy as fuck. This is a quote from Monica's message in her group chat when Jen got arrested. She's going to prison, bitch. Clinkety clink clink. I'm fucking dying. She is fucked. Clank clank. The group chat lit up. Reality Von Tease began gathering information and posting like 10 times a day, 11 times a day on their story, tagging everyone in the cast. Instagram was on fire. Memes, like Reality Von Tease was covering the Jen Shah stuff. I probably showed you guys stuff from Reality Von Tease without realizing what it was when I covered Jen Shah. The word that comes to mind is sinister. How did Jen Shah not know it was her if she convinced her to get cameras and had access to them? Jen Shah did. Jen Shah sent Monica a cease and desist. But then Jen Shah got arrested, so Jen Shah was like not focused on that. So by this point, I don't think she has access to the cameras anymore, which she's upset about. But Jen Shah knew that Monica either was running Reality Von Tease or was providing info. So Jen Shah knew, but she was in prison by the time Monica came on the show. Isn't this fucking insane? You see why when I read this, we had to get into it. Blah, 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 blah. They're posting about Jen Shah constantly. So then Monica reached out to the investigators in Jen Shah's case and offered up her testimony. After all, she had worked for Jen Shah and claimed she witnessed her crimes. Every time she thought of something suspicious, she sent an email and complained when they were slow to contact her and respond. Hi there. I'm sure you're all very busy, and I had emailed you several times into regards to information about the Jen Shah case. I've been told that the assistant has been storing things for her in his home, several bags full of things. He's holding them for her so that they don't get taken. I was told this at the time that I emailed you the first time. I don't know if he still has them in his home or not, but he has been the one holding on to and moving bags for her. Thank you, Monica. So the investigators set up a video conference with her with their victim witness coordinator, and Monica bragged how she was so excited to meet them. The second I heard they were looking for information, I beep boop brill. I called that number up so fast. Yes, the bitch did it. I'm happy to say she did it, and I witnessed all of it. The bitch fucking did it. But it was all a lie. She had not witnessed anything substantive, and the feds were not concerned with how Jen hurt Monica's feelings and cut her off. And so, like, the feds didn't really give a shit about her because she didn't have much information about the business logistics. The detectives responded politely to her relentless inquiries. Received and thank you. Please send no more text in this regard. They suggested she try and move on with her life and heal, and that they would reach out if they needed her. So the detectives were like, okay. And again, she is a mother of 4 who is in her mid-30s at this point, which is like a lot. She has, wait, I lost my place. So Monica doubled down. Now she had been cut off from the cameras. She had no idea what Jen was up to, and it drove her crazy. She was prohibited from entering Jen's gated community in Park City, so she asked her husband to help her get past security. She used his handyman credentials from a closet building gig to get another contractor pass, and then Monica made a video fanning herself with the contractor pass. That's like a bright yellow thing. Like, basically, if there's a gated neighborhood, let's say I am a makeup artist. 5 of my clients live in the same gated neighborhood. I can get a pass that allows me to enter and exit that neighborhood because the people that live there are like, yes, I hire her to do my makeup. She can have an employee pass. Because her husband had done handyman work, she was able to get into the neighborhood. Why is she going to their community at this point or doing any of this? No, I know, it's crazy. So she takes a video fanning herself with the yellow pass. Look what I got, a promontory pass. What? Because a bitch doesn't take no for an answer. They drove immediately past the gate and then recording their attack. Her husband held open a bottle in his hand, and she filmed him as they drove through the winding streets of the neighborhood, marveling at the big houses. The camera bounced back. I tried to find this video. It's hard to find. I've seen it, but I can't remember where. Between him and the road ahead. He was clearly her unwilling accomplice and was never accused of having the same obsessions or intentions as Monica. But the tragedy of the scene was hard to miss, and it's easy to feel sorry for the both of them. You can see that the windshield is cracked in 3 different directions and that the sun-faded dashboard is dusty and littered with trash. It's the perfect setting for a horror movie. And And then Monica's like singing and vlogging and the demented tone in her voice is hard to contain. She appears to be a woman on a mission. As they make the turn to Jen's house, her husband threatens to honk and Monica squeals, "Don't you dare, seriously, I don't need a restraining order for stalking." She stops filming briefly to take pictures, then records the house as he slowly drives away. Rot in prison, bitch. This is when Jen is like home, but the trial is like happening and the lawyers are getting their things together. She's out on bail at this point. Once Jen moved out of the gated neighborhood, it became much easier for Monica to do what can only be described as FBI-level surveillance. She spent hours researching where Jen moved and posted photos of her moving truck, her address, the new rent she was paying based on what she found on Zillow. You guys, the rent is $5,000 and she can't pay what she owes. We should sue her. She spent the next few months driving around Jen's house multiple times a day, hoping to catch a glimpse of Jen or Coach Shaw or anyone or anything that she could use as content. She repeatedly begged in the group chat for info on where the other houses lives. Bitch, we're in Holiday. What's Heather's address? Where does she live? We just want to see it. Because again, Heather's hairstylist is in this group chat. This is literally like I'm ascending right now. This is crazy. So she was aware that it's stalking. She ventured out on her drive-bys daily. I'm in the hood, bitch. These houses are bougie as fuck. I need to make friends with someone here so I can just be like, I'm visiting my friend. Fuck you if she sees me. She gave the play-by-play for every move in a whispered maniacal voice. Holy fucking shit, you guys. I'm almost on the street. I'm so scared. Please don't be here. Even though it was obvious that she wanted her to be. Her obsession had turned dark, and what started out as an airing of grievances had grown stale. Most of her one-time allies had moved on from reality Von Teese and encouraged her to do the same. No reason to keep it going. Jen's fame and success on the show were unaffected by the trolling, and it was taking up more time than anyone was comfortable with. But Monica had fully embodied her role and refused to let it go. It wasn't so much about ruining Jen, but more about being a part of the action and the rush and the social media frenzy. The attention she got made her feel powerful. This quote is crazy as fuck. I honestly feel like my hatred for Jen is curing my depression. Lols. She filmed herself sitting in the car outside Jen's house, camera lenses on every angle. Sometimes when she could see Jen in the upstairs window, she would get really excited and take pictures. She'd hyperventilate and circle on the pictures. She recorded herself screaming and acting like a crazed 1960s teenager. So here is a timeline that Heather gives. November 2019, Bravo announces Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. January 2020, Monica meets Jen. February 2021, Reality Von Teese is launched on Instagram. March 2021, Jen Shaw is arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud. February 2023, filming of season 4 begins and Monica joins the cast. January 2024, the season 4 finale airs and Monica is exposed. She is way crazier than I understood. No, I know. Because like when you watch it, you're like, oh, she's so traumatized and crazy. So here's that timeline. It's probably, oh, it's not backwards. So you can see like the years. So the show starts. Monica starts going for fame. Her and Jen break up. She's running the account the entire time and then gets on the show. The timeline. She is thorough. This is deep, high-level academic complexity. No, it really is. And we're almost done. I know we've been here for 2 hours. Hurt people for real. So when casting directors posted they were looking for new housewives for season 3, she lost her mind. OMG, this can't be real. Listen, you guys, by the end of the day, what I really want is to be a star, bitch. Ha 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 ha. So blah, 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 blah. Now, perhaps for the first time, she felt like she knew how to do it. She had studied Jen, copied Jen, and emulated everything about Jen. She had the success of Reality Von Teese, so she felt empowered. Instagram had given her a crash course on what worked for housewives and who became popular as a housewife. So she started with her name. She switched her name on Instagram from Wesley May, like we discussed, to Monica Nikki Delgado, which she liked. She liked how Nikki sounded young and cool and Delgado sounded exotic enough. People gave pushback. Why are you changing your name? Are you getting divorced? There was no rhyme or reason behind it. At the time, she was still married and the name seemingly had no familial significance or origin. This is why she had a million different names at Beauty Lab Laser. She admitted to her closest friends that she wanted a fresh start. She brushed off the criticism, but one comment stuck. Delgado, what's Delgado from? In her haste, she hadn't done enough research. Delgado is a very common last name, D-E-L. She spelled it wrong. Dal, D-A-L, Delgado. So she comes up with this fake name, which is a common name that she misspells, which is weird. It was a vulnerability she couldn't risk, so she switched it again to Monica Garcia, who is you and I, who we are familiar with. Gone were the descriptors she'd always gone by. Mormon, married, wannabe influencer. She transformed overnight into a person who could easily become a reality TV star. She had a cloudy history, a CVS receipt long list of creditors and unpaid traffic violations, plus there was the whole mess of the affair with her brother-in-law she was hoping a name change might avoid. Then there was a matter of her business, with unfulfilled baby blanket orders and disgruntled vendors demanding payment. She needed to change the name of Wesley May Blankets to La Brea Baby, supposedly named after a place in California that she likes. So now she is Monica Garcia of Brea Baby. And none of that other stuff even happened. For her casting interviews, she slicked her hair back and borrowed a dark brunette wig from a friend, and she wore giant hoop earrings and a white off-the-shoulder ruffled blouse. Okay, this is the vibe, she says. And basically, she just completely changed her entire personality. She said she was a feisty, excommunicated Latina, and she left out that she had been rebaptized and was still going to church. She emailed the producers and said that you need me on the show immediately. She dyed her blonde hair back to dark hair and began posting under her new identity. This is another quote from a text message from her. I wish I could reply as a reality Von Teese. She has more followers than me. Mwahahahahahaha. So when casting progressed, they wanted to see if she could come on as Jen's friend. So like, oh, this is Jen's old assistant. And Jen refused to film with her. Jen was like, I am not going on the fucking show if she is on the show. Because again, Jen knew that she was spying on her, and Jen and her had already had a falling out. So that's why she wasn't on season 3. She tried to get on season 3, and Jen was like, absolutely fucking not doing that. And Jen had her federal charges, so she wasn't on season 3. That's how she ended up on season 4, because then when Jen was off the show, she was first in line for production. She said, hey, it's me again. She had already submitted, production already liked her, all of that stuff. So that's why a lot of people think that production knew that she was running the account, because production says that they didn't know, but Monica says they knew and Jen knew. So if they didn't know, I find that really surprising. She still appeared to be shocked and thrilled that she made the cut. It didn't seem possible. Where she was sitting where Jen had sat, and now Jen is in prison. She's fucking thrilled Jen is in prison now. She was sitting where Jen sat, and she needed to act the part in order to keep the part. The pressure was overwhelming. She confessed to her friends that her finances were in dire straits, but that wasn't going to stop her from living the good life. Am I in foreclosure? Yes. Am I going to see Post Malone and Lizzo in concert back to back? Also, yes. Fuck 'em. She needed major funding to get camera ready, but money was tight and tensions with her mom were tighter. She saved screenshots of all of her fights with her mom, and if she wasn't sharing them on Twitter, she shared them with her group chats. I always pay you back. You're a fucking trash bag mother, and I'm done with you. And her mom would try and defend herself. No, you don't always pay me. This is telling. You promised to pay the car payment on time. You promised to pay the credit card in full within 30 days. There's still a balance, and I'm done taking it up the ass. So that's why her mom took the car, because car is in mom's name. And I guess Monica hadn't paid the bill for the car, so I guess it was fucking up her mom's credit. Monica fought back. Bipolar psycho. Mike literally got paid today, you lunatic. You got $500 for the credit card and the car payment, you fucking psycho bitch. Leave me the fuck alone. He just got paid today, you asshole. How fucking dare you? You're a terrible parent and a disgusting excuse for a mother. Blah, 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 blah. Then Heather says that she didn't recognize her because even though, like, Heather had heard about Wesley May, different hair, different name, everything. Heather didn't recognize her. And then Monica was afraid that people were going to out the thing about her brother-in-law, so that's why she did it herself and just came on as like a single mom and like busted it right out in the open from day one. And Heather just kind of gets more into her interactions with her, etc., etc. They talk about the Bermuda trip, how even though it was centered around her family and her birthday, she seemed really shut down about it and weird. She claims she had grown up going to Bermuda, but she only shared memories of one visit when she was a toddler. And then she realized the stuff about the beauty lab, the FBI, etc. And off camera, the team that had launched Reality Von Teese was falling apart. Monica was on the outs with all of them, and her paranoia about being discovered was growing every day. And then when Tanisha and Monica had a falling out, that's why Tanisha told Heather. So that is how we are to where we are today. And then Heather went and told the ladies. I think that's everything I wanted to do from this book. Heather just kind of talks about the dinner and stuff that we already watched, so we don't really need to get into it. But you see why, like, we had to go to these texts. pcannon229, thanks for subscribing. So we are almost done. Let's get into the reunion, because that was the finale. This is the reunion. Stalking Jen until I read this. You can see why Heather's so disturbed. I wish they had gotten more into that on the show. She just doesn't take accountability on it. And like, I hated her here. I'm sorry. Like, I have a lot of empathy for her, but I did not like when she did this at the reunion.
Oh, Andy.
This is not.
I'm not
That's
interested.
funny. I went through this.
I am not
I went through this
interested
for
in that.
3 years.
Hold
You
on,
think I
hold
want
on.
to see a burn?
Yes.
Book, Andy.
Wow.
I'm
So is
sorry.
this the worst of what you did?
You saved it in the
Or
scrapbook?
is it the meanest things about us?
It's full of everything.
Okay, let's see.
Full of receipts.
She fumbled the reunion bad.
Okay, that's me.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
this is
me.
cute.
Biatch.
So, like, it was just so stupid. She said, what if I healed this friendship with arts and crafts? But not even, because the burn book was also mean. And, like, none of it was that groundbreaking. It was literally just the same shit we'd seen before of that, like, sometimes when Reality Von Teese would post something negative about someone, another woman would be like, haha, I agree, when they were beefing. Like, that was her, like, damning evidence of how they were just like her. Heather plays a recording to prove that she's to your casting call. Would love more information on what needs to be done or how to move forward. You guys need a feisty, excommunicated Latina on your show immediately. I'm your girl. 2021. When reality. There's another clip that's kind of long that I think we skipped over where she's like, oh, the federal investigators told me to go to Jen Shah's house. And Andy and the other women are like, that makes no sense. Hairstylist Tanisha was a part of it, and then Tanisha felt bad and told Heather everything.
For women willing to...
That part I don't know if I believe her, because reality TV producers are sneaky, shady motherfuckers, and Andy gets approval on casting, but Andy's not a part of the vetting process, so I believe that someone knew. I don't think Andy knew. I think that Andy operates as make a good show. I don't want to know. That's the vibe that I very much get from this. So post-show issues / career, she was sued by Beauty Lab Laser because she did not pay her bills. She countersued saying that they botched her and she wanted money in damages. But Monica was ordered to pay Beauty Lab Laser. The judge did not side with her. Monica criticized the decision, said she was going to appeal it. She was also sued by a car loan company because she apparently defaulted under a lease agreement and damaged the vehicle. So I guess that's why her new car was in her mom's name. Then she went on House of Villains for a little bit. I don't watch House of Villains, so I don't really know what happened there. Shortly after leaving Real Housewives, she announced she was pregnant and then announced that she had a miscarriage. And then she had a 5th daughter with her boyfriend Braxton Knight in April of 2025. So that's that on that, I guess. So who the fuck is her boyfriend? He is more than 10 years younger than her. They've been together for over a year and they do have a child together. So Bree has a new client. I know Bree's pissed. I hope Bree is out of this house by now. Braxton is a property manager that she met while on the show. He's 10 years younger than me, and I bet we're happier than most of you miserable ass haters in your close age relationships. No shade on an age gap relationship. I'm not one to judge on that. But kind of shade about being this obnoxious on social media about it. Goddamn, stay mad. She starts listing all these other couples. At this point, like in 2024 and 5, she was going wild on social media, posting so much stuff. Aside from the reunion and the stalking, I really did love her on the show. Like, I thought she was a great addition to the show. And it's crazy to me that, like, all of it was a facade and it was so fake and that she was able to do this. And I want to speak with her daughter. Like, I need to speak with her daughter. Bree, this is a safe place for you. I don't understand why some people in an age gap relationship mention it so much. I think if you're in an age gap relationship and that is like really a part of your identity, that's interesting.
Bitch, you know
I just wanted to put this in here. I just thought that was funny. So that's Monica. Let's take a moment to pray for Bree. Bree has been through a lot. And I think that we need to just pray for Bree. I hope that Bree's life improves. This was a wild fucking ride. I'm going to do a poll. Oh, damn it. I just typed poll, my dumbass. Did I just do it again? What is happening to me? There we go. Okay, there we go. Did you like the reading of Heather's book? No. Yes, it was critical. Yes, but don't do it with other. Yes, but the character limit. Okay, there we go. I hope the best for Brie and that she breaks that cycle. The poor kids, honestly. Okay, so did you like the reading of Heather's book? Because I remember before I had said like, oh, I want to read books, but the thought of reading like a whole book or talking about a book review, but I just felt like for this topic, it was really important. So I want to see if like there's other topics that I feel like a book is relevant, because I love the Bravo books. Like I love a celebrity book. I love a celebrity memoir. So other things that I feel like are relevant was, did you like me reading on camera? I wonder if therapists saw her and knew that she was unhinged. Yeah, I wonder too. Okay, see that I'm seeing yes that the book was critical. Glad to know that you're open to it. I meant to do a lot while I listened, but I was locked in. This truly was crazy as fuck. I hope you see why I wanted to cover this. So next week, we're going to talk about what I would do if I was rich. If I woke up and I had tons of money and all the unlimited resources, what would I do? Some of it is going to be just luxury, frivolous things I would buy for myself. But most of it is going to be things I would do for society. And when I say rich, I mean fuck you money. Fuck you money and like, that's what I'm looking for. Like the 1% rich. Like if I was at that level of wealth, how would I be spending my money? Ooh, that's a good idea. Do a stream on the Duggar Girls books and read excerpts from the books. Your mind. I will be doing that, and I have read some of their books, so I already have my wheels turning in my ideas. Painted my hallway ceiling during today's stream. Thanks for the body double. So what I would do if I was rich is next week. Then I am on spring break, where spring break is actually going to be me working for like 20 days straight on the West Coast. So West Coast dates, check my Instagram. We're going everywhere, or just go to unteachablescomedy.com. That's where you can see and get the tickets. That's better than my Instagram. Honestly, there's all the information you need there. We are starting in Spokane. We're doing Tacoma. We might have a show in Seattle. We're going to be in Sunnyvale, which is near San Jose. for like 5 nights. We have a show in San Diego. We have shows all around LA, Pasadena, Oxnard, Santa Monica. Like, we are going to be a little bit of everywhere. So if you are on the West Coast, I will see you IRL. Then when I come back from that on March 24th, we're going to talk about bees. That one's going to be real casual because I will not have much time to prepare. So it'll be like the Google Doc and videos and all that stuff. And then on March 31st, we have a guest. We are going to talk about influencer beauty brands because I want to know why every goddamn influencer makes a makeup line and why some of them are incredibly successful, but the majority of them are fucking horrible. So that's what we have coming. Let's go ahead and do our little frickin' Nearpod game. And the pictures are still broken on Nearpod, and I'm pretty upset about it. I really like the way you've included the book with other material a little differently than other ways we've read books before. I agree. I felt like this was the vibe on the book. Oh my God, what happened to my screen just now? There we go. Okay. So, you don't have to if you're heading out for the night. Mwah, love you. But I do have this little game about what we talked about tonight. It's just for fun and bragging rights. You don't need an email. You don't need an account. You don't need an app. You don't need any of that. Just follow the directions on the screen if you want to join. It does ask for your name. If you don't want your name on the screen, put something fake and fun. I'll give you a couple moments. This was fun. This took a really long time, but it was a good time. It was worth it, in my opinion. The videos always take longer than I think. Like, that's the problem is I was like, oh, it's only 42 slides. But yeah, it was like an hour of footage. Ugh, I'm on my period and it's like really, really kicking my ass this time. Like it always does, but ugh. Blech. My husband always asks about what this stream is about, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to explain the journey we went on tonight. And he should just come if he wants to see it. Like, just get in here, man. We'll allow a man to be here. I want to figure out if Costco delivers to my house, because it says it does, but Costco's really far from me, so I feel like it doesn't. I think they're lying. And then I was trying to put together a cart, but then I got distracted. I'll give people a few more minutes to join. Like, do I just search mac and cheese? Like, is it not sectioned? My phone is at 6%. Gotta hope I make it through the game. Okay, I see. It's 2-day delivery, and it's not of any of the fresh stuff. That makes sense. Because I was like, how? Because it said it was powered by Instacart. And I was like, so they can just, like, pick me up a rotisserie chicken? Like, what is this? I'll be real, I fell asleep during those final videos with Andy Cohen. If there's any Nearpod questions from the last part, I deserve my loss. I think you'll be okay. You should be okay. There's stuff about the very end, but not about Andy Cohen. Okay, so I'm not doing Costco delivery. Like, part of it is just going there. Floral and gift baskets. I just popped off a fake nail and my computer shut itself off, but I'm back. That's funny. Right, you can order caviar same-day delivery. My dream brand deal is Costco. Like, actually. Who is I feel mommy issues in this Chili's tonight? Stop. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the game. If you still want to join, it will let you join late. It'll just be harder to win, but not impossible. I went with the beach one because this was all revealed in Bermuda. Oh, I see. You can, there's like a separate section for same day. Well, it's 9:30 p.m., so I assume that's not happening. Yeah, sure. Ew. Why did it know my whole last address? I guess they do know that because I have their credit card. So. Ramadan essentials? Okay. It feels racist that they put the Dubai chocolate under Ramadan essentials. Just me? Anyone else feel that? Okay, so you can get the mac and cheese. You just have to be on this separate page. That's like one of my favorite things there, is their mac and cheese. I wish Costco did registries or teacher lists, but their inventory does change a lot. Yeah, it's like a very specific business model. I chose the lizard because Monica's a snake. They don't have the salmon I like. Oh wait, yes they do. It was just at the bottom. The crab stuffed salmon, so good. This is really good to know. Does it charge like fees and stuff? They know what I like. I'm like not paying attention to you all at all. This is just like real school. I'm online shopping on my phone while you guys are busy with busy work. Why did Monica get divorced? Okay, this is awesome that you can get this delivered. That's like very Slay Rockstar. My fiance Snapchatting me while I'm trying to play the game, not now. The concept of a fiance on Snapchat. They have the lemon juice too. Who did Monica do unpaid labor for? Jen. What's new? Lemons. Not really. They still have the Valentine's Day Madeleines. Those were pretty mid, I'm gonna be honest. Which book had a lot to say about Monica? I was so mad that the pictures are still not working on Nearpod. It's like actually really upsetting for me. It was Good Time Girl, Not Bad Mormon, Good Time Girl, her second book. Production knew Monica ran a troll page / was a stalker. Unclear. What is Monica up to today? Should I buy diamond earrings from Costco? Absolutely. Avoiding lawsuits and being a mother. A Dutch Bros parking lot in first place, a house in Nebraska, Reality Von Sneeze, Real Housewives of Stock Lake City, receipts, timelines, screenshots, a beautiful dessert, Corey Mac, Saturn Cat, I feel mommy issues in this Chili's tonight, and then gas station romance, primary source, a wildflower, secret villain, okay Heather, and Heather. All right. Bro, I was winning the whole time until Bermuda. How could I miss that? Congratulations to a Dutch Bros parking lot. I am tired and hungry, so I'm going to get out of here in a couple seconds. But I will give you a moment to add your memes. If I missed anything, there's anything that you want to say, now is your chance. Now is your time. God, I love Costco. It's like really getting to be a problem. Volatile moms will call this a dessert. Monica and Bermuda receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, and the way that it like was literally her birthday trip. 1010 storytelling queen. I was sad. I'm glad because this was long. Thank you for an elite distraction from the State of the Union. This stream was another level. I didn't even realize that the State of the Union was tonight, and then I was talking to a couple other people who do social media this morning, and they were like, what's everybody's plan for coverage today? And I literally did not even think about the State of the Union because, like, why would I care what a bunch of corrupt pedophiles think? And so when they said, what's everyone's content for today? I said, oh, I'm doing my stream about Monica from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And then everyone else was like, our nation is in shambles. And I was like, oh, right. This was a great stream to complete the pipeline. I am glad. Thank you for being here. This stream was spectacular. I'm quite impressed. Lemur Banana, that means a lot coming from you specifically because you come to a lot of these. And I didn't want to say this, but I feel like this is a safe space. I really procrastinated making this, so I didn't start it until 4 p.m. today, and I locked the fuck in for 90 minutes because the vast majority of this came from my own head. So when you're like, oh, where were the sources? And because I had listened to this audiobook like a couple weeks ago. So I literally was just like, I will create this. And I'm so happy with the way it turned out. So as always, thank you so much for being here. And I will see you next Tuesday where we will talk about what I would do if I was rich. Mwah, mwah.